So when you install a Windows server for the first time, that server has no function because the server can actually be like every other machine. Because every tools, if I go to tools without being promoting the server, you can see some of these tools will not be there. So every other tool that are actually found on Windows server, for example, we have the performance monitor, we have our resource monitor, PowerShell, Windows Defender can also be found in Windows 10, Windows 8, or Windows 11. It is only when you add some roles and feature, you can see we have our roles and feature here. That's when this Windows, let me just click next. And next, you can see with that we can now add some roles and feature. That's when we can now actually start using our Windows server to perform some admin activities. In my previous video, I've actually promoted this Windows Server to become a domain controller by actually installing the Active Directory domain service. So one of the main functions of actually promoting your Windows Server is to actually use Active Directory users and computer to manage your users and devices. So what is Active Directory? Active Directory is actually a database and set of services that connect users with the network resources they need to get their work done. So the main function of Active Directory is to enable administrators to manage permissions and control access to network resources. So in Active Directory, data is actually being stored as objects, which include users' accounts, groups, application, and devices. And all these objects are categorized according to their names and attributes. Like I said earlier, we actually promoted this device by actually installing the roles Active Directory domain service. So Active Directory domain service are a core component of Active Directory and provide the primary mechanism for authenticating users and determining which network resources they can access. So without the Active Directory domain service, you cannot actually prevent users from actually accessing this device or prevent users from accessing some specific resources in your network environment. So in my next video, I'm going to show you, we're going to create our first account, and then also we're going to create some groups. We're going to see the functionality of Active Directory users and computers.